Earlier this year, the president of this geographical location called the United States of America, President Biden, decided to pull the troops out of Afghanistan after the military of this country have been engaged in combat with those called the Taliban for 20 years. And so it was a rush job, and they murdered civilians, and even some of their own troops were killed during this process of leaving Afghanistan. The United States, being a world power, defeated, running like a dog with his or her tail between their legs. Arrogant, high and mighty, the powerful, the know-it-all. And now, like the true cowards they are, after 20 years, they leave Afghanistan. Also, they don't like talking about the Vietnam War, which they lost, nor do they like talking about the Korean War, which they lost. But prior to the actual engagement, having no respect for their opponent, like they said in Vietnam, we're going to blow them back to the Stone Age. That did not happen. The Vietnam War caused a rift in this country, and the soldiers did not come back as heroes, but they were egged, called baby killers, and whatnot. Truly embarrassing. But this is what happens to us when we're high and mighty and think we can't be touched. When I was a younger person, I never was an athlete, but I had grown to learn and love the game of basketball. I am not obsessed like many of you. I don't care about the statistics. I don't care about the NBA. I don't care about that. I just like the game of basketball for myself and my joy and the health values that the game brings to me. So you go out on the public court and you have all these Michael Jordan wannabes and Scottie Pippen wannabes and Kobe Bryant wannabes and Dr. J wannabes, and they're on the court bragging and looking down upon those who they believe don't have those type of skills. And when it's time for them to choose people for these teams, they don't pick you because you don't look like you can play, because you're not out there bragging about being the next Kobe Bryant or Shaq or whoever. And so I have to wait and build my team from those who have been rejected by the high and the mighty. And so myself and all the other nerds, we get together and get on the court. I can't play. None of us can play. So the high and mighty laugh and they giggle and drink their Gatorade, and they watch and they wait, because it should be very easy for us to be beaten, push us to the side, and so they can keep going with their arrogance. But the problem is we beat the team filled with these Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant wannabes, when we beat the next team and we beat the next team and we beat the next team and we beat the next team. Oh, how the high and mighty have fallen. And I leave, and all of us nerds, all of us who can't play, we're unorthodox. We leave the court late at night as winners, and they look at each other scratching their head. How the hell did that happen? I am not ashamed to talk about my 10 years being unjustly locked up in a mental institution. I'm not ashamed. Many black men, many soul brothers, many soul sisters, black women are locked up unjustly in prison and jail and mental institutions. It has been happening as long as we have been in this country, being products of American chattel slavery. I am not ashamed of that, getting caught up in such a vicious, racist system. Why should I? I'm not ashamed of that. But one day, they told me, you can't get out of here unless you get our permission. You're nothing. You're crazy. And they laugh and they make mockery, giggle. But then one day, I learned the law and turned things around. And all that laughing, all that giggling, all that arrogance, now I'm filing lawsuits every other day. All that laughing and giggling became silence. Oh, how the high and mighty have fallen. And so here we are. Oh, I can't forget this fella here with the gift of gab. He told me, I talk real smooth. I talk real good. You can't do nothing with me. He becomes a celebrity chef in Arizona, living the good life. And he has hurt people for years. And now he's in a Phoenix jail on his way to a Arizona prison, if not the death penalty, with the gift of gab. So smart, so slick. And now he's waiting whether or not are you going to be put to death. Oh, how the high and mighty have fallen. Which brings us back to this fella. I was watching in real time his last court hearing where they was talking about taking his bail away from him because it was reported that he is having indirect contact with the alleged victim. Now, Mr. Nowak, Michael Nowak, sir, you're familiar with the court system. You know, in these situations, you do not have contact with the alleged victim, directly or indirectly. You're lucky the judge did not pull your bail and make you lay in jail until they decide what they're going to do with you. What they're going to do with you. And I'm watching these proceedings and I'm looking at this man because prior to this, outside of this, you're dealing with a very arrogant person. Know-it-all, high and mighty. You can't touch me. I'm better than you are. This is the mindset. You see no humility in this person. All about my money. Now you're going to spend your money, sir, on lawyers. Now, sir, all the little money you think you have will be spent on defending yourself, trying to keep yourself out of prison. Oh, how the high and mighty have fallen. I'm watching him in court. Where is all your arrogance, all your scholarship, all your information? See, this is what I'm talking about. All these people, where is your sovereignty? Why don't you tell the court that you're not sovereign? You're not a United States citizen and all this other nonsense that you scam people and you stole. Where's all this scholarship? Where's all this information? Now that you are in the grip of this racist criminal justice system. This is what I'm talking about. So smart, so intelligent, a scholar. You shouldn't even need a lawyer. You should be able to represent yourself. You're a smooth talker. You have the gift of gab. Same thing with this person. Where this guy at? You have the gift of gab. What you need a public defender for? What you need a lawyer for? Y'all smart. You have the gift of gab. You're slick. You're smooth. You know it all. You have the information. You have the scholarship. This is what I mean. We have all this information, all this knowledge, all this scholarship. But in the world of reality, what does it do for us? Here's a man, so smart, so slick, and he's facing the death penalty. Here's another man, so smart, so slick, he's facing years in prison. I am not to judge him because he is innocent until proven guilty. What I'm bringing to us is our attitude, our arrogance. We have no humility. We're not humble. And now, look at you. I'm watching this man, and he looks like he's almost ready to cry. These are serious charges. And he knows he's been to jail before. He knows what he's dealing with. And you can be there for a very long time because I can do whatever I want. Like Michael Jackson, like Bill Cosby, like R. Kelly. I could do whatever I want. This is not your world. And even if it was a world built by soul brothers and sisters, you still can't do whatever the hell you want in civilized society under law. But we become so high and mighty. We become so arrogant. Know it all, the scholarship. What is your scholarship doing for you now, sir? Your information. What is your 90 books? All the information you put in 90 books, sir. How is it helping you now? I can do whatever I want. Well, look doing what you want. Look where it has gotten you, sir. The United States, this country, is in for a rude awakening, just like this poor man. Young Pharaoh has been brought down. Oh, how the high and mighty have fallen. And that's a good thing. So that which is right can make its appearance and come up. Don't be like them.